You're a Londoner in the mid-1660s. Congratulations! You've survived Civil War, you've survived Cromwell banning Christmas, and you've also survived a water supply that's basically 90% poop. You think the universe would cut you some slack? Spoiler, it doesn't, because 1665 and 1666 are about to hit you with the ultimate back-to-back disaster package. Year 1, the bubonic plague shows up to turn you into medieval Swiss cheese. Year 2 has something more unimaginable and moronic, and the stupid King of England is also involved. 2 disasters, 2 years, 0 chances of enjoying your overpriced wine in peace. So what actually happened? It's summer, it's hot, and suddenly people are dying faster than you can say quarantine. First it's your neighbor, then the shopkeeper, and then the guy who sells suspicious pies on the corner. The symptoms straight out of a horror movie. Golf ball-sized lumps under your arms and groin, called bubos. Fever so high you're basically cosplaying a baked potato. Vomiting blood like you're auditioning for a metal band. The cure? LOL. Doctors have no idea what's happening. They think it's bad air. Their solution? Strap on those long beaked masks stuffed with flowers, making them look like goth big birds, and march around pretending they're helping. Meanwhile, the real MVP spreading the plague are rats and fleas. But nobody's figured that out yet.
Nope.
So you're just sitting there thinking, wonder why locking sick people inside their houses with more rats isn't working. Got sick? Congratulations, your house gets painted with a big red cross and the words, Lord have mercy. Translation, don't even try leaving. The city hires watchmen to guard your door. Their whole job is to make sure you and your family stay trapped inside with your rotting relatives. Groceries? Nope. Friends? Gone. Amazon Prime delivery. Try a loaf of moldy bread tossed through your window once a week. It's less of a quarantine and more of a DIY coffin. Within weeks, whole neighborhoods are silent. Grass grows in the streets. Dogs roam around looking confused. The rich peeps have already pieced out to the countryside, inventing work from home centuries before Zoom. But the poor lot? They're stuck. Big time. And you're one of them. So every day you watch the death carts roll by, men shouting, bring out your dead, while they collect bodies like it's garbage day. The stench is so bad that people walk around with flowers shoved up their noses. Their own version of medieval Febreze. At some point, your mom drags you to a plague doctor. He struts in, mask beak wobbling, looking like he's about to either cure you or perform in a budget Daft Punk set. His advice is pure comedy. Here, drink this potion of crushed emeralds and unicorn horn. Stick a live chicken on your boobos, it'll suck out the poison. Try bloodletting. You're dying. Cool, let's drain more of you. You realize quickly. Plague doctors are less lifesavers and more guys who Googled your symptoms wrong. By the peak of the outbreak, over 7,000 people are dying every week in London. Cemeteries overflow. Mass graves open up. Priests are too scared to give last rites, so half the city dies without a goodbye. And here's the kicker. If you survive the plague in 1665, you don't get a medal. You just get 1666. You've somehow lived. Congrats! You've got survivor's guilt, PTSD, and a weird rash. But hey, you're alive. Until September 2nd, 1666. It's early morning in a bakery on Pudding Lane. Someone leaves the oven on, and suddenly, your entire city is about to learn why building every single house out of wood and tar was maybe not the best architectural decision. Within hours, the fire spreads like gossip in a high school group chat. Strong winds whip it across rooftops, and the flames move faster than you can say stop, drop, and roll. You grab what you can. A pot, a chicken, your screaming toddler cousin, and run. But here's the problem. The streets are so narrow. Everyone's crammed together like sardines. Hey! Carts overturn.
Watch out!
People trample each other. The air is filled with smoke, screams, and a smell of your entire city cooking. Some people throw furniture into the Thames, hoping to save it. Others just stand there stunned, watching their homes turn into ash. The king eventually shows up, trying to calm everyone down. Picture Charles II, 6 feet tall, rocking his giant permed wig, looking like a party clown who wandered into a funeral, shouting, "Don't worry, it's under control." And while the city behind him is basically a flaming barbecue pit. Spoiler, it's not under control. London's firefighting strategy in 1666? Buckets of water and good vibes. The city had no fire department, no hydrants, not even enough leather buckets as a matter of fact. So when the flames got out of hand, officials went with plan B, destroy the city on purpose. So the only way to stop the fire was to blow up entire streets with gunpowder, creating fire breaks. Because their stupid brains thought, what would be left to burn if there is nothing to burn? Great in theory, sucks for you. Imagine this, your house isn't even burning yet, but the government knocks on the door like, "Hey, sorry, we're about to explode this place." Prevention, you know? By day 4, the math was brutal. 13,000 homes reduced to ashes, 87 churches gone. St. Paul's Cathedral collapsing like the world's saddest Jenga tower. Tens of thousands of Londoners were suddenly homeless, camped out in muddy fields outside the city walls, clutching their surviving goats and bread loaves, staring at the smoking crater where their lives used to be. But here's the thing, if you're poor, and let's be real, you've lost everything. No savings, no safety net, no insurance. First, the plague stole your family. Now the fire has stolen your house. You're standing on the ashes, realizing London isn't just burned, you are burned. Spiritually, emotionally, financially wrecked. When historians look back, they'll say London rebuilt stronger after the fire. New stone buildings, wider streets, a modern city rising from the ashes. Sounds inspiring, right? Except you don't live to see that. You're just another anonymous Londoner coughing up plague one year and coughing up smoke the next. For you, it wasn't a story of resilience. It was just a cursed 2-year nightmare where the only thing scarier than death was the fact that it kept missing you. So yeah, being a Londoner in 1665 and 66 sucked. At least today, when London sucks, it's usually just because the tube is delayed.